Hey, hey, hey! It's Mark back at you again with another interesting video. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos, man. Just learning. Learning it's awesome, man. Doing my research, just trying to figure out why are black people at the bottom of the totem pole? The bottom in finance, the bottom in marriages, the bottom in education. These are questions that I just keep trying to figure out why. And it dawned to me, what happened if it was designed like that? What happened if it was designed like that? In the 60s, we had two Caucasian women promoting independence, strength. I don't need no man. You can do it all. You can do it bad. You can do bad all by yourself in the 60s. Two Caucasian women promoting this through books and products. Only to find out those two Caucasian women were actually married for many years and remained married. And I'm like, so you're feeding women. I don't think it was targeted directly towards black women, but based on marriage rates right now, it seems like they were the ones that eat it up the most. Because of course we're only married at a 20% rate, while Caucasian people are married at a 50% rate, and every other nationality above. And I'm like, okay, let's start with the finances. Why is it our finances are so jacked up? Why are we at the bottom of the totem pole? And it dawned to me that if only 20% of black folks are married, then technically it's really only 20% of two people working together. Why is it important for us to work together? I said it before and I'll say it again. You're making $50,000 and you're over here paying rent. You got two kids because you done left the baby daddy because you thought you could find better. So you're making $50,000. You're paying rent. You got that guy over there who's also making $50,000 and he's paying rent, because $50,000 people, it's very, very hard. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's very hard for you to get a decent house. One that would create a lot of equity where you could pass that house on to, your kids. Trust me, it's a great investment. Property is a great investment. And what's one of the things a lot of black folks don't have? It's property. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of single women living up in apartments owned by who? So if real estate is one of the biggest businesses in America, right? Condos, apartments. It's only fair that we want single, because most married couples, or most people who get married, their aim becomes a house. That's sort of what you do. You get married, you buy a house together. They don't want us to be married. They're marketing single lifestyle to us. And the women, they're eating it up. Why? I'll tell you one of the things. Yeah, they're pretty much, they're eating it up. So they're living in their apartment. And honestly, you should see a woman's face sometime when she gets her first apartment. Or when she gets a nicer apartment. Oh my God, she on cloud 9. She fixing up that, she fixing up that. Oh, she happy in her apartment. Are you kidding me? You're happy giving somebody else your money, and if you miss a payment, you get evicted because you're by yourself. You're in that apartment by myself. You get sick, eviction. Because that's what, you ain't got nobody else to turn to. Oh yeah, you're going to try to call some guy you know and borrow money. Nope, he going to say no. Okay? This ain't the 80s when guys giving away money like that. Nope. No, you ain't getting our money. Especially when we got to work hard for it. So, you're living in your single house apartment and you're happy. Not even realizing that you're doing it backwards. Men, you know, you guys are smart. You know how we think. We know that teamwork is the answer. The problem is a lot of men, and this is just based on what I've gotten feedback on. A lot of men are not marrying because they're like, you know what? Women do verbal judo. Verbal judo. Men don't know how to do verbal judo. As a matter of fact, if you know how to do verbal judo, I don't know, something ain't right with you, brother. Women are, especially black women, they have a thing called verbal judo. And when they decide to start kicking your ass with their words, men are saying, I'm sorry, if I gotta live in a house with that lady who speaks to me like that, damn, she fine as hell though. I do want to sleep with her a lot of times. Shit, she probably gonna get pregnant too, but nope. I'ma keep my distance because I don't want to come home to that verbal judo every day. Oh, it hurts. Ladies, it hurts when you pull out that verbal judo. Oh boy, I tell you. And then this is the problem now. You pull out the verbal judo, and because we're, all right, see, men, it's a little tricky for two men to argue. If two men argue, it's just a matter of time before it gets physical, right? Just a matter of time. So we sort of know how to tread when it comes on to verbal arguing, I would say, because men argue. Then we don't know how to do verbal judo. But can you imagine a woman pulling out verbal judo on you as a man and you have no clue what to do? Now they say walk away. Oh yeah, it is the right thing because she's gonna call the cops on your ass if you try to do anything else besides verbal judo. But we don't know how to do verbal judo. So what we do, we say, you know what? I'll hit it, but I ain't living with her. I'm not living with her. Right? So, back to what I was saying, guys. It's designed for us to be apart. It's very lucrative for us to be apart for some people. Very lucrative to some aspects of life. Certain people want us to be apart because that's how they make the most money. Who you think up in the clubs every night? Single men, single women. Oh yeah. These clubs that are booming? Oh no. It's not a bunch of married folks going in there spending off their money. You understand? No. I'm not saying people don't go out, but I'm talking about the guys who is popping a bunch of bottles to sleep with the single girl. The girl who is spending every dime she have to dress herself up like a freaking clown, I would call it. Yeah, I'm gonna take some heat for this one. Ladies, sometimes when you go to the club, not all ladies, but I do notice a trend where your fingernails is as long as your finger. That is a clown move. See your eyelash? Your eyelash is as long as your freaking, I don't know what to say, because ladies, them long eyelashes, you look like a clown. Okay? Not because you're getting the attention, it means that that's what men want to come home to. You understand? I know sometimes we got to do stuff with the, with the hair. The hair, I can work with it. Don't really like it, but I can work with the hair if it looks as close as possible to something not looking like a clown. You know what I'm saying? The pink hair, the yellow hair, the gold hair. First of all, you're a black woman with blonde hair. Does that make sense? Ladies, guys are not supposed to say what I'm saying, but it's the truth. We don't like fake women. You see them waist trainers? How about you just go to the gym and make your stomach flat? Because when we take off the waist trainers, guess what? That's where you lose. Oh yeah, he rubbing up on you in the club, feeling all good. Oh yeah, we feel that waist trainer. But guess what? Yeah, he got. Oh fuck it. I'm gonna still hit it. I'm still gonna hit it. But then guess what? When he take off the weight trainer and you see all of that stomach hanging out, he's still gonna hit. But no, he's not. You're not gonna be a big fan of him. You're not. If you wanna have a nice flat stomach, go to the gym, or just cheat the system and go pay for it. I'm not knocking the ladies that pay for the stomach. Y'all lazy as hell, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Not something that I'm fond of, but it's certainly better than having that big stomach hanging over your belly, your belt, or hanging to the damn side, or hanging up. I know I'm going to take some heat on it, but you know why? I'm going to take heat on it because I'm telling the truth. Men don't like all that. If you got a big stomach, if you have a big stomach hanging over, I'm going to tell you this right now. You'll get sex. And you may get marriage, but it's not going to be the guy you dream of. Nope. It's going to be some guy that you be like, you know what? I'm getting old. I'm just going to throw in the towel. And this is the guy, more likely a beta male, which I'm not fond of those guys, but, it is what it is. Or a low earning man. They still deserve women too. And guess what? If it works, it works. It works, it works. But guess what? You women have a specific kind of men that you're all chasing, which is men who are financially inclined. And those men want something. They want something. They want fit, feminine, and friendly. So if you're out there calling yourself a diva boss bitch, those kind of men, they'll sex you, but they're not gonna marry you. Is marriage the end game? Is that what you want? Ask yourself the question. I'm out here dating. What is my end game? What do I want? Is my end game marriage? Ladies, if your end game is marriage, then you find out what the consumer wants. Who is the consumer? The consumer of women. Men. What do men want? All men want fit, feminine, and friendly. Unfortunately, not every man will be able to get one of those, because women, they really go off of finances, to tell the truth. Most women. And not all men are making that kind of money. You know, remember only what 10% of men, overall men, make over 100,000 a year. So, guys, the moral of the story is, if you want a really good outcome, and if that outcome is marriage, you're really gonna have to look into yourself and try to figure out, why is it that I can't speak properly, respectfully to the man that I'm sharing my life with, to the man that we are building with. You know, try to find out, because the black community, it is just full of women who are just totally disrespectful. You can get angry as a person, but you can still conduct that anger into a decent conversation. Let me give you an example. Hun, you said you were gonna come home at 1 o'clock last night. I'm very upset that you came home at 3, and you are taking advantage of me. I truly, 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 I'm not happy. And it's just a matter of time before our relationship or marriage ends, because you have a wife and you are taking her for granted, and she's very unhappy. You see how I just said that, guys? That's not how y'all do it. What happened is, you start to go off with the mouth, and guess what happened? Men brain, once the mouth starts to go off, our brain shut down and we cannot hear shit you're saying. We can't hear nothing you're saying. Literally, all we hear, and you wonder why we can't, do anything to fix our relationship if we're, doing something wrong. We can't hear you, woman, when you come at us. No, we can't hear you. It's going through one. We can't hear. All we hear is this is what we hear when you start to do that. That's what we hear. We're in total shutdown mode. So everything that you have a valid concern, you had a valid, whatever, but we just can't hear it because of your approach. Yeah, we can't hear it. So, this is the question you gotta ask yourself. If you're currently in a relationship or in a marriage right now, do you want your husband to hear you? Do you want him to actually process your concerns? How about you learn how to speak to a man? How about you do that? Try it. Try it for a month and see how it is. Until next time, guys, don't be mad at me. Just telling the truth. Peace.